If you've been on TikTok recently, you've definitely seen comments that look like this. I'm sure a few of you have considered this new promo strategy or actually gone through with it. So I'm going to give my take on this comment spam strategy, list the pros and cons, and let you guys know if this is how you become the new net spend or if this is the key to staying underground forever. One more thing before we start, there's a little announcement at the end of this video. If you're a regular viewer, you're going to want to stick around for that part. The first pro is exposure. By doing this method, you'll get a lot of it. Let's say you're commenting 50 times a day, which is honestly pretty low. I'm pretty sure the people doing this are doing way more than 50, but if you post 50 times a day, you are getting thousands of eyes on your Spotify. Another pro is you can kind of ride somebody else's viral video instead of having to get them consistently yourself. You can get thousands of views daily, 100% of the time, instead of playing the TikTok algorithm. It's honestly kind of smart. The last pro is you'll get grouped in with other underground rappers on Spotify, which is a huge W. Whenever Spotify knows who your target audience is, they know who to show your songs to for autoplay, they'll put you in other artists' radio, and overall, it makes it a lot easier to get traction. One thing that's just neutral, neither a pro or a con, is you kind of become a meme in a way. If you start to go up off this, people will be like, oh, that's the dude who's always in the comments. Being recognizable, even kind of negatively, is still brand awareness. Obviously, you don't want to be a meme forever, but it's kind of a pro in the early stages if you have thick skin. This is a perfect transition into the cons. The first con is this only works in the early stages. It will be almost impossible to do this forever, because eventually everyone interested will have already checked you out once or twice. Of course, some people will become a fan, but most won't. The second con is people honestly won't like you if you do this. It's no different than SoundCloud comment spam. People might dislike you more because they see you everywhere doing this method. I have to note though, this is usually how underground rappers go up. A lot of people dislike them at first, then they get a big song everybody loves, and now people really fuck with them. Look at Netspend. He's the perfect example of this phenomenon. By doing this method, you can skip the years it takes to even become disliked at a big scale, something that every artist has to go through. With that being said though, this spam really does leave a bad taste in people's mouths. Your music has to be top tier to break out of this early stage. Basically, the music has to outweigh this promotion method. Another con is it doesn't really build a fan base. People will check you out because of curiosity, but 99% probably won't stick around. This also will hurt you in the future, because whenever you stop commenting, you'll have a devastating drop off in monthly listeners. Let's say you got 10,000 monthly just by commenting, and you stopped for 3 months. You would probably end up with 3K, maybe even less. Your engagement on songs will also probably be terrible doing this, since people are just checking you out of curiosity or hate listening. You probably won't get many saves, you'll have high skips, and a low completion rate. And lastly, by doing this, it leaves a bad taste in the scene. In a tight-knit scene where everybody knows each other, this will make people root against you. A lot of people will feel like you're clogging up the comments and skipping the grind. This method is a cheat code for a number next to your name, but you'll lose a lot of respect from others in the underground, potentially fucking up connections. In my opinion though, I do believe there is going to be a few people that do real numbers doing this. Realistically, not a lot, and 100% unfiltered, probably under 5 people I would say. But I do think out of the thousands doing this, there will be a few people that already realized everything I just said, and will probably go on to playlisting, better strategies, or just break out of that initial hate cycle. Alright, so this is where the video really gets interesting. I feel like I should say this before though, I don't feel anything negative about the people who do this. I'm focused on my own life, I don't spend my time thinking negatively or hating on others, and if I met somebody at a show that told me they did this, I would honestly be intrigued. I'm just saying what other people do and will think. The thing is, what I'm saying today sounds kind of harsh, but people are generally pretty harsh when it comes to art. This is Punk Rex. I'm sure you've seen him before. The reason I picked him for this segment is because I genuinely do believe he will do big numbers doing this. He has a recognizable image, he's doing numbers already, and also just in the last 2 days, he's gained over 1,000 monthly listeners. Now Punk Rex is easily the best example here for this method, since a lot of people are making TikToks about him and recognizing him for his comments. Another reason I picked him is because he's going through this hate cycle right now. This is exactly what Netspend had to go through before Nothing Like You dropped. The good news is, there are people that like the music. It's not all just hate. It's kinda eerie how similar this come up is to Netspend. One banger song could change everything for Rex, just like how Nothing Like You did for Netspend. Now on some real shit, it will be harder for him than Netspend, but it's still 100% possible. With Netspend, people didn't really have a reason to hate. they just did. With Punk Rex, they see him as a comment spammer. People do have a reason to hate, even though in my opinion, it's just a dude trying to share his music with the world. Somehow if you're seeing this Punk Rex, hear me out for a second. Keep doing this method maybe until early 2026, let people talk, let them make videos, get your monthly up, then transition to playlisting, playing the snippet game, or just let the Spotify algorithm do its thing. You're most likely getting pushed in autoplay already, and you're in a really good position. You're gonna go up no matter what. People do see the vision and fuck with the music. Roughly 1 in 4 people that are a listener of you follow you, and that's an insane ratio. With better vocal mixing on your songs and better mastering, you can genuinely go up. Keep improving every song, and let people talk about you. If you're not Punk Rex, yeah, this is a new strategy. You can try it out if you want, but it's definitely a risk/reward situation. If you do try it though, treat it as a boost to get some monthly listeners, then pivot to something else. This isn't something you can do forever, and honestly, I was debating making this video. If you fuck this up, you can hurt your career pretty bad, mainly because of the bad reputation, and also the engagement on your songs. Okay, so now time for this announcement. I'm going to keep it pretty short. Every other person that makes these marketing videos never actually practices what they preach. They always show other people's results, or their own from a decade ago. That's why I'm speedrunning the underground and dropping every move I make in my private server. You can copy every move 1-to-1 if you want to, and go up with me. There's also hours of content in there already, as well as this new speedrun. I officially started this speedrun about 18 days ago, and I'm at 81 monthly listeners right now, and 232 streams total. I'm also not using any of my connections to give myself an unfair advantage, or spend bands on paid promo. No unfair shit. Alright, I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Peace.